There we go. There we go. My mic was off. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, Mike? Can you hear me?
Let's see. I'm not hearing him. Can anyone else hear him?
Can you guys hear me?
All right, might be me. Hang on one second. As long as y'all can hear him, that's cool. Let me just get this music off here. Hi, I'm good. Can you hear me now, Coach?
Yep, I got you.
All right, good, good. Yeah, I had all kind of devices going with all. What's going on, Coach D, man?
Nothing much, the same. Get ready like everybody else, everybody get back into the swing of things.
I'm telling you, it's getting closer, man. You only got a week to go. Next Friday is it. You know what I mean? Time to step on the field. You're playing North. Now, you're playing the 10th of your first game's the 11th, but your injury fund's going to be at Johnston High School this season.
Yeah, as of now it is. If anything changes, North Providence, I believe, will host us. I'll get you the exacts, but as of now, we're penciled in at Johnston Friday night. So we'll see. I heard North Providence always does a good job, and they get a nice big team, and got a great feeder system, and I'm looking forward for the challenge for our program and our coaches, players, and everybody involved.
Now you have a group of coaches in here. Now you have Coach G, Dave Valley. We all know Eddie. Eddie. Eddie's name goes without even speaking. Shout out to Eddie. You got Coach Jay. And yourself. Anybody you want to bring in first, or you want to just bring them all up in?
No, we can bring them all on, and then you can pick them. Like, we'll go in like in order if you want. Just give each of them let them all introduce themselves and kind of tell you their role as Situate and what they expect for the season, maybe.
There we go. I mean, these are your guys, so you can introduce them, and they could pretty much say what their role is. I mean,
all right.
we're here for the people.
We'll go in order. For those who don't know, that's Coach Eddie Insco. He's our defensive coordinator. As well as our linebackers coach and running backs coach. He does a great job for us. He knows I lean on all these guys a lot. If I need anything, I just give him a hand, and he relates to our kids so well. So I'm just going to introduce him first, and after coach is done, I'll go to the next coach.
How you doing?
Hey, my man Eddie, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Mikey?
Not bad, not bad. So how we doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited about the first day of practice and finally get going, and I'm excited.
You got a great group of coaches you out here working with. What are you gonna say about them so far?
Great guys, really bunch of good guys. I feel like a family there. Coach Valley does a really great job. Coach Matt's our right-hand man. He does a little bit of everything for us. Coach Jala, I can't say enough about him. He's always been there. A great guy to lean on and talk to. And Coach D is the ultimate head coach, so very happy. And we have a new guy, Coach Boletto, who's doing a really good job in stepping in and filling a strong role for us and doing a great job.
Now you're the defensive
Coach Insco, you want to hit on anybody in your position group? Maybe like each coach could just kind of like one guy that's been like working hard, or somebody that kind of is doing a good job in their group.
One person pops out in mind is AJ. He's a junior this year for us. He's doing a really great job. He's stepping up in a big way, and I expect big things from him this year.
All right, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, so after Coach Insco on the bottom right, to me is Coach Valley. Coach Valley is our defensive line coach and our offensive line coach, as well as our special teams coordinator.
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing tonight?
All right, Coach. Welcome, man. How's everything? How's your experience at Situate so far with Coach D and all these guys?
I mean, to just touch on it, I've known Eddie for a little bit. Coach Jay, Coach Leonard, and Coach D, I go way back with the coaching tree. Coach with Coach John, my first season ever coaching, and Coach D and I go way back. And then Coach G is a
Coach Val is a new pop. That's a little baby right there.
Oh, there we go. So we gotta get some merch, some Spartan merch for the little guys.
Yeah, you already know. He's honestly a young coach, and I think he's been learning great. Coach D and I go way back. Actually, he was my first position coach when he started his coaching tree. When he first started his journey. So we've always kept in contact, and since I've been at Situate, it's been awesome, man. Last year was a learning for all of us, especially with what was going on in the world. And, I think it was able to teach us what we're trying to do, what type of culture we're trying to create here at Situate. And it was just really exciting to get the ball rolling today and just get everybody back together and just start grinding, man. And for me, one person that's been standing out for me is Jake Matos. When I first met this kid, I just thought sky was the limit. Kind of reminded me of myself when I first came into high school football, and now he's starting to take the leadership role and actually, doing things off the field and on the field that are going to reflect his game this year.
I definitely love what a lot of you guys are doing. Go ahead, Coach D.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, our next coach up is Coach Matt G. We call him Coach G, Coach Gimmel. So he's been with us. He's actually a former graduate from the high school, a former Spartan. So he relates to the kids a lot. Gives us a lot of connection. Now, the coach last year was a jack of all trades. He's with the QBs when we needed him, when we needed him to go with the running backs. I mean, anything. This year we give him kind of a more role. Can anybody send Coach Brito the link? He just texted me. But Coach G kind of stepped it up in a role, and he's our quality control guy. He makes sure all of us have what we need every single block to stay on. It's a tough task for us. So this year, I'm looking forward for him to keep us all on task and keep us, keep the train going every day. So that's just a little bit about Coach G. Always there. First, second coach there. Last one always second to last coach always to help us. Anything we need. So go ahead, Coach G.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Coach G?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Welcome. Welcome aboard. What players stick out to you? What positions? Do you have any? Anybody who's really been working hard?
Yeah, one kid is Daniel Wolf. He's a sophomore. He started for us last year, and he kind of took a step this year in a leadership role and kind of developing himself. And he goes above and beyond expectations and extra things, and he's a good young kid.
Absolutely, and like I said, Coach G, and there's our other coach, our wide receivers coach. So I'll just transition. Like I said, Coach G is a great addition to our staff. It's a pleasure to have him on. It's his second year with us. The next gentleman I'm going to speak about is Coach Ja. I can't say enough about him. He's a great not only friend and kind of mentor for all of us in a way, but very, very knowledgeable for every position on the field. Great leader of men, and I'm just so pleased that he's on our staff. He can help develop our program. As he off? Oh, there he is. All right. So with no further ado, Coach Ja Leonard.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, Coach D, and I want to say thank you for letting me be part of this live broadcast. Yeah, I just love football, and I've been coaching for 23 years at different programs, and I have to say that some of my best times have been when I've coached lower divisions in either Division 3 or Division 2, because there wasn't a 4 earlier in my coaching career. Because I feel like it's just the lower divisions, not saying the high divisions don't have family or compete, but I feel like in the lower divisions, it's just you have a lot of teams and a lot of young men that, especially as we have at Situate, who are hungry. They love the sport as well, and they love to play, and they're very raw. And I have to say that, I mean, this year I had to take a step back because I am in grad school, and this semester I have my 2 toughest classes. But like I told Coach D, come game time, I'm there for you, and I want to be there for you because I really believe that Coach D, Derek, he is shaping himself to be one of the best coaches, maybe the best coach in this state, because with his knowledge that he has, he's a student of the game. He wants to learn. He wants to know more, and he shares it with us. And he holds, as coaches, he holds us accountable. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be on a coaching staff and have a head coach like that as a player and as an assistant coach? So
That's
I mean,
a fact.
I don't have any players. Oh, say that again.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't have any players to talk about, but some of the players that I'm excited to see on Friday night, of course, is Wolfie. I hear that he is just, he's just turning into a little beast. And then, like Coach Isco said, AJ, who I truly enjoyed coaching him last year. And there's other players that I know for sure this team and these young men are going to be tuned in, sharp and ready to go. So,
all right, Coach
that's
Jay, I
good.
appreciate all your kind words, man. Like I said, me and Coach Jay go way back, and all of our relationships are what they are. We're friendships. We got relationships. We don't just coach together. And the last person to finish out our staff.
But hold on, D. I just got to say that.
Oh, go ahead, Coach.
I got to get going because I got to help my friend build a shelf. So,
all right, man. Welcome, Coach.
Jay,
Anytime. Good luck this season.
Later, Coach.
Let's go.
Later, Coach.
Like I was saying, great addition, and I can't say enough about him. A real knowledgeable, just a real great work ethic. Is a really good teacher. I believe he's going to do a great job teaching these guys. Really great technique. He's a student of the game, like I said, and I can't say enough about him. He's our wide receivers coach. He also helps me with the defensive backs. He's going to be one of our big additions. I'm really, really glad to add him is Coach Brito.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Coach Derek. Hey, can you guys hear me good?
Oh, yeah,
we're good, brother.
We're good.
All right, man, yeah. Well, I appreciate the opportunity, I come from just work ethic, man. That's all I know how to do is just work, just keep getting better, man. And the way I look at it, you work, your opportunity will come. So I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity because I'm going to make sure I work hard for it,
Yeah, I mean, all these guys are grinders, Mike, and I just wanted to let everybody know, that over here at Situate, we know you get out of it what you put into it. You want to go halfway, you're going to get a halfway result. So we're not fortunate with the best of the best, I should say, whether it's, a million kids or whatever our situation is. There's a lot of people in our boat as well. Every coach does the best they can with their staff, and that's exactly what I know that these guys are going to do.
Yeah, man, we got some players, man. That players are eager to learn and compete. They're going to compete every day to get better. We're going to get them to compete toward common goal, common team goals. We're going to grind every day.
Anybody stick out in your group?
Well, I got one guy that really sticks out to me, Nate Hazard.
All right.
He pretty much sets a standard of hard work for all the other players to follow. He leads by example, so that I appreciate. He'll be definitely one of the leaders, guys, going to lead us in battle in this Division 4. So Spartans is coming. So I hope everybody's ready because we're gonna work.
I want to hear. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. We grinding. So
yeah, hey Mikey, again, big shout out to this podcast. Mike does a great job promoting Rhode Island football and promoting coaches. Mike's a bucket filler. Mike doesn't kick you over. That's why anytime that I can bring our guys in here and show them some love, I want all of my coaches to come out and whatever they want out of it. If they just want to stay at Situate and be a position coach, that's fine. If you want to move up and be a coordinator, anything, be a head coach, I'm all about that. I'm not trying to keep anybody down. I'm trying to fill everybody's bucket, and if I can help you in any way, these guys will all co-sign for that, and they give me as much as I give them, and I'm just glad to have these guys with me, and that's why I wanted to bring them on your show, Mike.
Oh no, definitely. Are you guys excited about this season, and do you have good confidence that your team will finish in the better half of Division 4?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
100%,
man. Well, that's what you're supposed to say anyway, but
and our guys know, man, we're not a big we're gonna predict the future and we're gonna play this person and that person. You know what I mean? We're more focused on ourselves and getting ourselves ready, mentally, physically, academically. We're about helping our community. So there's a lot more to football than just football at Situate, and that's why these guys are great men to have around our boys and girls out here.
I think you guys are going to do well in Division 4. And I'm not alone. A lot of people have been talking. Everything you're doing, Coach D. It's people see what's going on, especially through the podcast, and a lot of people say, Situate definitely has the energy now to be talked about. With the more better teams in Division 4.
Yeah, with that being said, we only had 8 quarters last year, so we're not a team that has a lot of experience. We're very young. We're a young coaching staff. We're gonna give everybody our best shot. As long as I'm here at the helm, our team will be prepared. Because our staff will try to do their best to get our kids prepared. And we'll try to improve our program every single day.
And that's all you can do. That's all you can do, really. Being a small town school, you can really only play who you have. But I think you're doing a real good job up there in Situate. I hear it from other people that have been coming on the podcast. Your name is definitely making noise in Rhode Island coaching, and congratulations to all you guys. And I wish you nothing but success this year. Maybe you can get that ring. You never know.
Yeah, and Mike, just like one thing for my guys, man, I can't say it enough. As the head coach, having guys around you, that just are so selfless and would do anything at any point for the team. It's kind of a reflection of what we're trying to preach to our own kids. So I just want to make sure. I know sometimes I'm not, the best communicator in that fact, but I just want my guys to know how much I appreciate them, and the kids do, as well as the parents, for the upcoming season, your commitment to this program.
That's all we can ask for, man. Is just these guys, committing to what we're trying to sell them and buy what we're trying to sell them. And you can see that with the way that kids come to practice or come to, from last year and then from from today, and just responding to what we're trying to make them believe in and what we believe in this program can go to. And that's all we can do, Like I said, last year was a little bit of a difficult year for all of us, especially for Coach D being a first-year head coach and having to deal with all the hectic stuff going on and all the policies and procedures. But, I think it was just a learning experience for all of us on the staff, even, and we've all coached at all different levels. For myself, I being coached at the collegiate level and other states, it's just been – It was a learning curve for all of us, but I think that is going to help us in the long run and show reflect to this year and how we want to move this program in the right direction.
Well, we'll see next Friday how it all works out. The first game, Johnston High School. You're playing North Providence, so
can't wait,
guys.
North Providence has a great program. They always do. Gonna have kids ready to play. So I know the game doesn't count and things like that. But like I said, as a competitor, we just want to make sure our kids every day get better, and that we're prepared as a team every time we step out there for competition against another team.
Yeah, that's all you can do. A lot of teams are looking at that game as like a preseason game, situational football. Try different things out. I heard schools are gonna go. They're seniors in the first quarter, and they're gonna adjust throughout the game.
Yeah, we're gonna do the similar things. Once we get there, me and the coach speak, or once we talk before the game, it's a little early to do all that. But whatever me and the opposing head coach decides, we could definitely do that. But I'm looking forward to get some of the younger type players some experience. Just to kind of get them engaged in the program a little more. That's all.
And you guys are going nonstop right now. Did you have today off because of the weather? A lot of programs canceled out today.
Yeah, well, we kind of did like a little. It wasn't. Yeah, I'd say no. We didn't go today, but we kind of did like some like in-house stuff, and just kind of get everybody, to get their stuff assigned and things like that, and make sure everybody knows their assignments and what the week's gonna look like next week. What a typical game day would look like, things like that. Show everybody the facilities about where to go. We just had like I said, it was the first day, so we really can't do too much. It's more about getting the bodies there, having a positive experience for all the kids, and just working hard.
Excellent. From your staff, is there any last comments? I'm going to keep you around for a couple more minutes, Coach D, but does your staff have anything else that they want to add positional-wise? You guys pick captains yet? All your positionals are all picked now. You're starting guys.
Yeah, for me,
No,
I think for the
and
offensive
these guys,
line,
yeah, these offensive line and all these guys will go real quick, and then they'll just kind of say something about their group. But over here, we do not. Nobody has any positions right now. It's first day,
That's
and that's
right.
how
Oh
it is.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Nobody,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Nobody's inherited kingdom. I should almost say everybody works over here. There's no inherited kingdom. So
That's right.
that's kind of what we do, and all these guys know that from the rip. And it's a week to week, day to day thing, and that's the way all my coaches. I'm sorry to speak for them, but they already know that if a guy
Right.
starts to work out on a scout team and gets promoted to second team and JV's killing it, and we move him up. Before you know, week 4, he could be our starting left guard, right tailback, or whatever. All right, Coach Val, go ahead, brother.
oh no, all I was going to say when it comes to my position, there's 5 guys on the offensive line, and everywhere I've been, and I learned this at a very young part of my coaching career, is that there is no captain on the offensive line. You're as great as your weakest link. It's 5 strong. So I always hold all of my guys accountable, being one equal part, because without the 5 working together as 5, we can't work as one. So
There
All
you
right,
go,
Coach.
man. Can't say it no better than that.
And like I said, our newest addition, man, is a blessing in disguise. I know I promote him, but he's a great man, and does great things with our kids, and his energy levels there, and I like that. I like that he's swaggy. You know what I'm saying? Coach always comes ready, and that's his thing. All these
Be
guys
ready.
all these guys got full-time jobs and have numerous things going on, and kids playing and brand new. Everybody has things going on, and they're able to make a commitment for me that I really, really appreciate. And everybody knows that.
Yep. And you said it, Coach. You said it, man. You gotta stay ready, so you never have to get ready.
True.
That's right.
True that. True that.
sir.
Where I come from, everything's earned. You earn respect by the work you put in. So at the end of the day, all we got is that.
That's right. Nothing's handed to you. That's for sure. Get it from the mud.
That's it.
All right, Coach. All right, Mike.
All right,
I think
thanks,
the guys
Mike.
are all
Thanks,
set.
Coach Derek.
Yeah,
All
thank you
right,
for having me.
guys, man. You could just sign off. Nice talking to you guys. Good luck with everything going
Look
on.
forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Thank you, Mikey.
You're welcome. Thank you. Good guys up here, Coach.
Yeah, of course. I'm blessed.
Good guys up there. I'm glad Coach Morton might bring in his staff a little bit later. Coach Blake's going to come on
That's what's
after
up.
you.
Hey, great. Coach Blake, can't say enough about him. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to meet him. Honestly, like throughout the All-Star experience. So a couple years ago, he was the head coach after his team won the Super Bowl, and he asked me to come aboard and run the defense and help him out. And he was just a great guy to coach with. It really was a great experience. I can't say enough about him as a man, as a head coach. I can see why staff members like him and kids want to play for him, and why his program is successful. As a first-time head coach last year during the COVID and all that, it was kind of like you couldn't get a scrimmage or play a team. Nobody will play me. I'm the new guy. Nobody's talking to me. And Blake brought his team down and did a great job and helped us out in situational football. Came down to Situate, and we got a chance to get our scrimmage in, before the season. Unfortunately, we had 3 strikes of it last year, so we missed a lot of games. But I just know Blake always does a great job as a coach with his program. And Pilgrim's here to stay. And Coach Foreign, again, his team's always in it. Since he's been on the scene, his team's always constantly, sending guys to college and things like that. And they have a big program, very physical team. They came to our passing league, a couple times, and he's got a very talented team, and they have a bright future as well. So I think football in Rhode Island, like I said, Mike, through your podcast, is a great, springboard for a lot of guys to kind of, everybody get on the wagon. Let's get everybody's kids and coaches and programs promoting each other rather than knocking everybody down.
We working. We trying.
Yeah, you know that.
You know what I mean? We working. Everybody's ready. You know what I mean? Today, I think, was actually today was supposed to be the first day, but weather permitted, a lot of teams were not able to start today. A lot of coaches tell me that they're a couple weeks still behind. as far as
Everybody is.
conditioning and
Yeah, I mean, not being able to practice, is tough, but I get everybody's decision, and whatever it is, it is. Just being able to do agilities and just run laps and things like that is an advantage. It's better than doing nothing. So I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. Today, we were held back because of a fortunate circumstance that we cannot control. So we'll just back the schedule program tomorrow, and that's it. Everything goes as planned. There's no point of worrying about today. Today is over. We couldn't do anything to change it. I don't have that authority, and nor would I ever challenge that authority. And I just, march to the beat of there's a rank and order. If someone tells me there's no practice, then there's no practice.
Coach D will definitely talk soon. Soon we'll be hooking up over there at Johnson High School for your North Providence game. We'll get some streaming going on. I'm sure you'll have your captains picked by then.
Yes, sir.
Going into that game, and you've got some good kids up there, really, really believing in what you're teaching them. So congratulations.
Well, thank you, man. I do the best we can. So that's all I can ask of myself, my staff, my kids, my parents, and any teachers in the buildings, and any admin and parents just helping out. We appreciate everything. We appreciate you, Mike, and bringing us on. And we wish you guys nothing but the best. Wish everybody in Rhode Island have a great season. Everybody compete to their best. Everybody stay healthy. And that's it.
That's it, man. Good luck this season, and we'll definitely be talking soon. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Mike. Thank you.
Coach D over there up at Situate. I'm going to just waiting for Coach Blake Simpson will be coming on soon. I sent him the link. He should have it. I think I just forwarded it to him. But shout out what Coach B brought up there in Woonsocket. I don't know how many schools exactly missed their first day today, but I know all the Providence schools were shut down. I heard from a few of them, pretty much telling me that there wasn't going to be any practice today. Blake Simpson over there at Pilgrim doing a lot with them kids. You seen the off-season conditioning he was doing during COVID. If you follow him on Twitter, on social media, recently Blake actually cut his hair off for a charity, and I'm sure for a great cause. I seen him over there at the autism thing with the Ronnie Roberts fans only and Naked Sports going on. So we're gonna bring Blake in right now. What's good, Coach?
What's up, Mikey? How are you?
You the man. Look at that. You're pilgrimed out over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's growing back. It's growing back.
It's growing fast.
Yes, it is.
I need another haircut before these games start.
There you go, man. Why don't you get into that? What made you cut your hair off, and who did you cut it off for?
So originally, leading up to our 2019 year, I usually get a haircut before the season starts, and I didn't that time around. My barber canceled on me, and we won our first game. So I said I can't cut it unless we lose, and we ended up going undefeated. So I did, and then when COVID hit, my barber was closed during all that, so I just kept it going.
You're a loyal guy.
It took a lot. It took a lot to not cut it. I'll tell you that.
Now, when you finally did cut it, it was for charity.
Yeah, it was for children with hair loss. It's a charity out of I think Wisconsin, and I actually posted on Facebook leading like a week before I was cutting it, and I said whoever donates, I'll match any donation. And I woke up the next morning and had over $100 donated in my Venmo account, and I ended up raising $600 for the cause as well as cutting my hair off.
Salute to you, man. And look, and now it's growing back. We're getting ready to get into the season. You've been going hard this off season with your camps.
Yep.
The camp you've been doing, and your cookout, which I'm mistaken for pasta and meatballs. Anytime I see Italian on there, I'm thinking pasta and meatballs. But
yeah, she makes good pasta salad. I'll tell you that. But it was a good event, and we raised some money to help towards our season. Hopefully, with things opening up, we'll be able to have our concession stands and during home games and make some more money towards the program as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because if we know anything, it takes money to run these programs, and without help from the community, it'll make it very, very hard.
Absolutely.
So, what's Pilgrim up to, man? How's the kids? Any who's sticking out this season?
So we actually had 3 junior captains last year, and they're all back. 2 of them were first team Division II guys, and I mean, the way it fell, we moved back down to Division III. I didn't ask to move down. It just was it was what it was. We only ended up getting 3 games in during the spring season. A lot like Derek was saying, we had a couple issues with COVID, and our week 1 opponent last in the spring had an issue with COVID as well, and no one else that had the week off wanted to play us, so we missed out on a game.
And that's happening a lot. Coach Washington talked about it this season. His week 1, he's having trouble filling the schedule. So he's going to take the bye week off. But so great. Your kids look very, very good over there. What games are you going into the injury fund with? Who's your first opponent?
So we're playing East Greenwich for injury fund. I just talked to Coach George the other night, and we decided, because this year is a full game, that we're just going to play our varsity the first half, and then our second team guys will play third quarter, and probably our JV guys in the fourth.
I'm seeing that a lot. A lot of teams are going into this game kind of like situational football, exhibition game. Let me try different things. Let me switch up, put these guys in for a quarter. That's probably the best bet with the way things are.
It's tough because you're only getting 10 full practices before you get to strap up against another team, where usually we have that full extra 6 days plus joint practice and a scrimmage. So as quickly as it's been since our last game in the spring, we still have guys that haven't done any full contact in quite some time. So we want to ease into it rather than go full out and risk any injuries early in the season.
Oh yeah, definitely. You want to keep the guys healthy all season long, and that's why the off-season conditioning is so important. For these kids to work out, because football is becoming a year-round thing, especially for you young coaches, man. You guys are really putting in a lot of work. Salute to the coaches that have been around a while, also, because there's some great coaches too. But you, Charlie Bebo, Coach Fortin, Coach Dunbar at Breakthrough Academy, Mike Washington. You guys really put in a lot of work this offseason.
Yeah, when I joined the Pilgrim coaching staff back in 2015, I really wanted to make a change with off-season lifting and everything going in for the kids that really took the sport seriously and wanted to go play at the next level. So I ran the winter weight room back then, and then when I took over as head coach, I kept it moving, and we do winter weight room and we do summer weight room. We started summer weight room as soon as the school year ended, so we had 9 weeks, and we were going 4 days a week. Everything's optional though. I can't force kids to come, but we had a good turnout. We had a morning lift and an afternoon lift depending on kids' work schedules. So a lot of kids took advantage of it, and a lot of the incoming freshmen. So I have 20 incoming freshmen. More than half of them have never played football before, but they showed out this summer and was in the weight room 4 times a week. So they're definitely looking forward to playing.
It sounds like you got pretty good numbers this season.
Better than I've ever had.
Wow, that's that I'm not hearing that from a lot of programs. Programs are I think they're struggling with numbers this year, and it's pretty good that Pilgrim's showing up with numbers. I mean, you have been successful. You won in 2019. Didn't you win the year before that as well?
We lost the Super Bowl in 2018 to Central Falls.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Pilgrim, you've really been putting the work in.
Yeah, that 2019 class, we had 20 seniors, and then this past spring we had 4 returning seniors, and we had 4 first-year playing seniors that they joined, so they didn't really get a lot of playing time because they weren't really acclimated to the sport. But now we have our senior class this year is about 12, and then same with our junior class, and our sophomore class is around 15. But this is all before the school year starts. So I'm assuming once the school year starts and games start happening, some kids are going to come out of the woodwork. But we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, definitely, Coach Blake. You definitely have good numbers. I'm going to be looking for you in Division III. Narragansett is in Division III. They won. They have been very successful. Is that a team that you plan on clashing with at the end of the season?
I'm gonna take it one game at a time, because
that's smart.
a lot of these guys in the division I haven't played before. Narragansett we played back in 2019 a couple times, but they're all new faces, and I mean honestly so are we. So I'm not gonna look too far ahead. We got two really tough matchups to start our season with Division I East Greenwich and then Division II Tolman. So just looking to get some solid reps and some learning experience before we jump into the Division III games.
And your schedule, you do have a tough road to get there. I mean, it is a pretty concrete schedule.
Yeah, we open up with our league games with Middletown. I don't know much about them. We didn't get to play them in the spring, but I do know Coach Kessler does a good job over there.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Coach Bell too. There's coaches like Coach Bell, Coach Storr that sometimes we forget about that they've been away from the game a couple seasons. Coach Green said Coach Bell is doing a lot better now, so I just wanted to let people know that. 1 second. Oh, you got a few messages here. Look at that. Good luck, Blake. You got another one. Coach Blake, good luck, my guy.
Oh, my boy D.
Yo, he's doing a great job up there in Scituate.
Yeah, I was listening to him on the cast. I didn't want to join in right away, but I really appreciate all the kind words he said. But he's not lying. He couldn't find a scrimmage, and I said, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
You were always that type of coach, though. You're always out there, trying to get the kids to do something. You're also an official, right? Don't you officiate games?
I used to do Pop Warner, but when it came to getting the official license or whatever to do varsity and stuff, I said I'd rather coach varsity than officiate.
Excellent, man. Any fundraisers coming up that you want to mention, or any message to maybe parents if to get a word out?
We got a bingo coming up in October. I think it's the Sunday the Patriots travel to New York to play the Jets. So we'll have that on a giant blow-up screen, and I'll be sending out a flyer in a little bit on social media. But it's a good time.
Bingo! You're the man. You come up with some good events. That's what's up.
We try to do one fundraiser a month during the season, and then carry over a good chunk for the next year.
One last question. You mentioned after your Breakthrough Academy, and Breakthrough had 100 kids. EWG's camp had 100 kids. There was like another passing league, like 250 kids throughout the state. You mentioned that you didn't realize there was so much talent in this state.
Oh, well, me and Coach Washington, we did a passing league at Conley Stadium with Mount Pleasant and Coventry as well.
Oh, so another passing league.
But overall, just like the talent that's in the Breakthrough Football Academy, especially in that open league that Stanley put together this summer, just phenomenal talent, like across the board, every position. It's just absolute standout athletes, standout coaches with Washington and Charlie and Stanley running the thing. So it was a fun time, and all those kids that took advantage of that league are definitely going to be ready for their season.
Oh, I can't forget. Happy birthday, Stanley. I told him all week that I set it up where he was going to get a Gatorade bat today.
Oh, man. Did he
So
get
I
one?
think no. I wouldn't do that. That's kind of you know what I mean. I don't want to cross that
I
line.
would have donated the Gatorade for that.
Shout out Coach Dunbar. I love what he's doing at Breakthroughs. Everything it was advertised to be. Some great kids over there, man. It's like I can't wait to next season. I think it's
Oh,
going to
for sure.
be, electric.
That it's gonna sell out quick. After week 1, he was getting messages asking if they could join, and it was just too late.
Yeah, Emerson mentioned that there's so much electric going into this season. Coach Willie Edwards said he never seen so much talent in Rhode Island, and the class of 2023 is exceptionally gifted.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent every class, I believe. But as these younger guys get older, they're only gonna get better.
All right, Coach Blake Pilgrim, we'll be keeping an eye on you, man. Good luck, and if you need anything, you already know where we are.
I appreciate it, Mikey. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Coach Blake, man, doing his thing over at Pilgrim. Look at this. Derek Desousa, leader of men right there. Coach Blake, I think what he does with them kids, he had a contest. It was pretty much an off-season conditioning contest, and then he had the kids follow up with doing chores, and the winner of that, I donated a bike. I want to say the kid's name might have been Cole. Coach Blake might correct me on that one. But that was an awesome experience. Doing that, I enjoy giving bikes out. I gave one out at the autism fundraiser that Ronnie Roberts had going on for Naked Sports and fans only. I could buy Jordan sneakers too, but instead of buying a pair of Jordans, I would rather buy a cheaper pair of sneakers and put money away to give a kid a BMX. And I have a thing about bikes because when I was a kid, bikes were hard to come by. But next up, we're gonna talk to Coach Fortin. We're just waiting for Clippy to get up in here. I already sent him an invite, but we'll send him another one. But yeah, a lot of great coaches. Happy birthday, Stanley Dunbar. If you didn't know, now you know. Coach Dunbar, his birthday is the day the league starts. So happy birthday, Coach Dunbar. And let me give Cliff a quick message. Okay, let's see. So a lot of teams, a lot of schools did not do any workouts today because of the weather. A lot of schools canceled. Today's the first day. Some programs probably be passing out their equipment tomorrow. Be passing out their helmets tomorrow. Just waiting for Coach Fortin. Gonna bring him up in here. And we'll definitely we'll hook up with Coach Dunbar this week. Hopefully, I'm hoping we could talk to Xavier Truss soon of Georgia, but he's been very busy. So we're just waiting for Coach Fortin to come on in. See that? It looks like Pilgrim had their workouts today. 3 hours in the rain, absolutely soaked, but well worth it. Providence canceled quick. They didn't even play around, but we don't really have a lot of time to get these kids prepared with no exhibition. And, I don't think you can have scrimmages with other teams, and I don't think there could be workouts. What really can you do? So we're just waiting for Coach Fortin to come on in here. He should be in here in a few minutes. Westerly's first game versus Charahoe. which is always the first game of the season. So that would be the injury fun game. Now, Coach Fortin mentioned when he cancels, he has his kids do playbooks and different types of exercises. We're going to talk to Emerson Kilgore this year. We're going to go into a lot about being an official, what it takes to be an official, why we need more officials in high school football. I mean, football is probably the one sport that definitely has a lot more players than other sports, that's for sure. That's funny. Coach Blake said, I would have donated the Gatorade. Wait till Coach Dunbar hears that. Coach Stanley Dunbar doing a good job in Westlake. Brought in Najee Barrels, O-line, defensive line coach. I think that's going to be exciting. Division II, West Pennington. His guys are ready. The community in West Warwick is definitely ready. They had a couple fundraisers a couple weeks ago. I know they passed out. I think they passed out equipment already. I know EWG, I think, passed out equipment already. I did tell him 8 o'clock, but yeah, that class of 2023. I like what St. Ray's definitely have some good players, man. You see some of these guys around camp. I'll tell you what, though, that St. Ray's Barrington game. Oh, St. Ray's is going to let Barrington know a little something. That's for sure. St. Ray's is definitely going to let Barrington know what happened during that game because Barrington had St. Ray's like, huh? Like by the time St. Ray's even figured it out, it was way too late. And that was the problem. Barrington made St. Ray's had to stop and think. St. Ray's all season long, they just had to react. But when you have to stop and think, it slows you down. In Barrington going with that triple option, that was smart. But Barrington's not going to have the numbers this season. And I think St. Ray's is really going to make them pay for it. Another game that I really like is, it's towards the end of the season. The Mount Pleasant and Central game. Always a tough game as far back as I could remember that Mount Pleasant County Field football game, Central High School. Oh my God. The wars I seen coming up in the 90s over there. So now a lot of people know Division One. What are we going to have? One bracket, 2 championships, figuring that the 1 and 2 seed will play each other on each side, and they'll have a chance to go on and be a pure state champion or whatever you want to call it. Did Woonsocket have that? That's a good question. I don't know if Woonsocket had. I don't know if Woonsocket had practice today. I cannot answer that for you. Interested to see what Burrillville is going to do in Division One. Oh, nice. I think I heard today Cranston West is going to have like 31 games on fans only sports. So definitely that's going to be awesome. So tune into fans only sports. You know what I'm going to do speaking of that? Give me a minute. Yeah, it's going to be nice watching all them games on fans only sports. Ronnie and his team are definitely putting some games together. And while we wait for Cliff, we're actually going to put one of them games on now. So let's see. Fans Only Sports Network. You go right on YouTube. Oh, and definitely check out Ronnie Roberts' new brand reopening, Manny's Hockey Shop up in Cumberland. You can go on Ronnie Roberts' Facebook page. You can go on his Facebook page and you can get the hours, time of operation, what they're going to be doing. But definitely check out what Fans Only has going on. They're going to have, I think he said 31 Cranston West football games on top of the already brutal schedule. I got something right here. Hang on. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to come in a little clearer, but here's something that we all can check out until Coach Fulton gets up in here. Here we go. My man Dean. Let's check out his highlight clip. My man is definitely gifted, isn't he? He making a splash. He looks so good in these camps this year. Oh, definitely, man. Shout out Coach Blake, man. I love everything. I heard Blake was a hell of a tight end in high school. We're going to have to get some film. Check it out. We're gonna talk to Coach Blake after all his games this season. Boy could ball, right? He could ball, right? He definitely is a baller. Definitely is a baller. So it's going to be nice to see all these 31 games on top of everything else that Ronnie and his team's going to be doing. 31 more games. You could catch all types of podcasts over there on the fans only page over on YouTube. Let's see what else we got here. Let's find some football games here while we're waiting for Coach Fulton. We might not have to wait long. It sounded like Coach Fulton just beeped in, which I was early, but it's all good. What up, Coach? What are you drinking?
What's going
there?
on, Mikey?
Little papaya. He's got his Oh, I thought that was the bathrobe. I thought that was EWG bathrobe you had on.
Oh my God!
My man, how many coaches got EWG? I mean, got a school bathrobe, man. Shout out to you. That's when you take your craft seriously.
Big pimping.
Big pimping, man. Coach, today was the first day of football. Did you guys work out today?
Just like everybody else, it rained out a little bit, but what we did is we jumped on Zoom. We went over the playbook. We broke down some film. We made a day of it. I showed the kids what it's like, what it's going to be like to break down film every week. I showed the kids what the plays look like on video, what they look like in the playbook itself for the new players.
You see what your boy said. Look, we was out there in the rain. We got soaked. Coach Blake Simpson over there at Pilgrim said they were out there doing their thing, not inside staying dry. We were out there.
Yeah, Blake, Coach Blake is he's a special cat right there, But something, he knows what it takes to win games. He's a Super Bowl champ. I got a lot of respect for him. I'm glad that him and I are friends, and I look forward to see what he's going to do this year. I'll be rooting for him. So I can't wait.
Blake mentioned that they went down to Division III, but he said, "You know what? We didn't ask for it. He just wanted to put it out there. Like we didn't want to go to Division III. They had a big team a couple seasons ago, and last year with COVID, everything got screwed up. But I think Coach Blake is going to do very well in Division III.
He's a good coach. He's got a good staff. He's going to coach his guys up. He knows what he's doing. So, he went to 2. He competed. He didn't back down. He took on the challenge. And then, the following year, things change. And he'll be back to D3 where, he won a Super Bowl. So hopefully he can repeat.
Coach Derek was on earlier, and I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but he brought his coaching staff along with him, and it was nice to meet all the members of his coaching staff. And I think what Derek's doing is pretty good in Division IV.
Yeah, I like what coach is doing. He's bringing a different type of excitement to Situate. I played them before he got there, and now I'm seeing how that team is getting better every week. We had the opportunity to do some 7-on-7 over there, and there's some excitement. His coaching staff, they really get into it. They're very high emotion, which that's like I am. So it was great to see, and I like to see the improvement that they made every week. So it's going to be a good season for him. Well, I think we get him in our first week, so that's going to be a competitive game, and looking forward to the challenge.
Now, you being a co-op team, there's a few other co-op teams. Now we have Central Falls, Blackstone Valley Prepper Co-op, and then now Mount Pleasant and Alvarez is co-op, and there's going to be a Division 2 co-op team. We're seeing more co-op teams, Coach.
Yeah, there's more teams that want to have football, and the numbers are low everywhere. So we co-op with Prout. Prout wants to establish football, and EWG, we're a small school, so it makes sense to get another small school and see what you can do. It's tough. Some of these small programs are not going to have the numbers, so it's not easy co-oping either. It is challenging, and it's a lot of work trying to promote 2 football programs, basically 2 schools. But you got to make the best of it.
Yeah, definitely, and congratulations to Coach Jeff Pavia. Taking over the North Smithfield job after West Pennington moves on, comes up to Division 2. West Warwick High School. West Warwick got better right away, but North Smithfield being another co-op team, and they are in your division. Am I correct?
No, they're in 3. They were in our division a couple of years back. They're up in 3 though.
Okay, but so another team with a co-op team. So we're seeing more and more co-ops. Are we getting to that point where we're going to start seeing a lot of co-ops coming along?
In areas where football is not, big, I don't think you'll have any issues in Providence. You won't have any issues in Warwick. Warwick's a big city in the state of Rhode Island. You're looking at Exeter, West Greenwich. It's wide, but there's not a lot of houses there. So it's, people sit on 10-acre lot lands over there. You go to Coventry, it's a lot different. So these bigger schools, I think, will continue to strive, and the small schools, as long as you're competitive and you're out there and you're promoting and you're building a program, I think the smaller schools can survive. I think we're doing a good job. We do have good numbers this year. Just from EWG, our numbers from Prout are pretty weak. We tried as much as we could to promote football there, but it's a different culture. They're not football ready. They're more of soccer and lacrosse and baseball. Football is a contact sport. It's you got to come, show up, and get ready to play, and it's tough. It's not for everybody, but I would hope to continue to promote and get these kids going.
Let's check something out real quick. Oh, did it come? I was trying to play a video that I seen you had up there on Max Preps. It was pretty impressive, but it kind of disappeared on me. Hang on.
I had a video.
Let me take that down for a minute until that commercial plays. But yeah, you had a video up there on not that video. You had another video.
Did I?
No, well, yeah, one of your, it was just a highlight video that you seen on Max Preps. What did Blake say? Warwick's Palace H team had to fold because not enough kids were playing. Hope that doesn't affect us in the long run. It just might.
Wow, that's huge because Coventry, the Coventry Rams, they folded this year. So that's I don't know what's going on with the youth leagues. I remember when I coached youth football, it was big. Everybody wanted to come out. They wanted to play. I don't understand it. I don't understand how these organizations are folding. You hear the stories. It's just not good. I know there was some troubling some organization was banning kids. Maybe that's hurting. I don't know. It's a youth organization. They should be able to promote youth football and youth sports. That's heartbreaking hearing about Warwick Pals folding, and at the same time hearing the Coventry Rams folding. But if anybody wants to play football, youth football, if they're looking for a place to go, EWG Youth, we're kicking off next week, and they're always looking to help out youth kids that want to play football, that want to go out and cheer. They're still hanging on. They're not folding, and anybody who's looking from anywhere, they can go to EWG Youth and sign up there.
Warwick Pal has been around a long time. I mean, it's definitely, he's right. Oldest age team had to fold. And that's definitely a shame. And that goes into our conversation that we had a few weeks ago when the Colin Insko story was going around with the 6-year-old boy, and we have a lot of youth teams. And do we have too many youth organizations?
Well, I think every high school should have a feeder program. We have EWG. I know Coach Blake has Warwick Pals. I don't know if there's another Warwick team or not. Warwick is a pretty big city. But you should have that because that prepares kids to get into high school. When you're in the middle school, you're 5, 6, 7, 8, you want to play a sport, you like football, you go out, you run around, and you have a good time. And it helps prepare you every year to get better, which then will prepare you for the high school level. It's a shame, you do it like you and I talked about it before, when you hear these youth programs having issues with kids and banning them. That's what you're there for. Maybe it's not the kids. In some cases, maybe it's the organization. I don't know. I don't have the answers for it. I don't want to speculate, but it's a shame because when I drive down the street and I see kids out there playing football, I catch myself pulling over and taking a look and just saying, wow, they're out there having a great time, and I just hope they're having fun.
No, yeah, no, definitely. 1 second, we have another comment here. Warwick Pal is a feeder for Pilgrim, Tollgate, and Hendricken. Yeah, so it's definitely a big feeder program.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that big. Who's that, Coach Blake? Thank you for
Coach Blake was letting us know. And you have a coach.
Isn't the state of Rhode Island a feeder program for Hendricken now? Like they got.
Oh, that's a shot. That's a shot right there. That's a shot. He's sending shots at Keith Croft, knowing he's in Division 4. Never gonna see him.
Let's go. No, I'm with you.
Oh man,
Hendricken. Everybody wants to go play for Hendricken. They got kids from Providence, from Warwick, from Newport. They get kids from everywhere. So I didn't mean it any disrespectful way.
Oh, I know. Of course, Keith Croft knows, man. He knows we're only playing with him. We're gonna talk to Keith Croft soon about that actual subject. And I think that's going to be interesting because that seems like the narrative, So we're going to see what he says about it. Cliff throwing that night sword. Look at the
Let's go.
He's throwing shots. Like this is becoming such a great platform, I think, lately because we're all about pushing everything forward, and it's all about Rhode Island football. And like Willie Edwards said, we got a chip on our shoulders.
This is a great platform. I remember when it was just you and I talking every night, and now I'm happy to see all these other coaches talking, and you get to have an idea of how their program's doing. I used to talk to Coach Blake. I would text him, hey, how things are going. And now instead of bothering him or, texting him while he's at practice or vice versa, you try to, get coaches in between their, work, football, and stuff like that. You can hear it on the podcast and hear it right from them of how practice is going, how they're expanding their program, how they're improving. No one would have heard how Coach Blake was doing, how Situate was doing. No one would really know who Coach Derek is. They're like, okay, they got a new coach, but they don't know his personality until they go on your platform and they hear him talk and they get to know the coach. So I think this is a great platform. I'm can't wait for the next segment to go on, and I hope that, continue this because it's something that's needed. And it's nowhere else. No one has this platform. No one covers high school football like you do in the state of Rhode Island.
I think one of your coaches is actually in the back room, Coach Ty, right? Did you send out an invite?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna bring him in right now in just a minute, but that kind of brought me up to speak about something, and I was surfing through the wormhole, I call it, of social media, and I come across a reporter that says, "Boy, I came out to these schools and nobody called me to let me know they canceled. They knew I was coming."
Who was that?
And just some random guy. I think he reports for the Providence Journal, but
They're
but
still
yeah,
covering high school football?
kind of,
Couldn't tell.
he didn't talk much about the passing league, so I noticed that. So maybe that's not in his job description, but he does a great job at caddying and fashion. He should have a Dear Eric segment. You know what I mean? Showing off his Miami Vice 1980.
Oh, Maron.
All right, we're gonna bring Coach Ty in here, but shout out to Ronnie Roberts, his R&R recruiting, website, what he has going on. Ronnie's gonna have 31 Cranston West games on fans only this season, so definitely check that out and go check the other episodes out with Coach Willie Edwards. What a great episode that was! And did you see Coach Blake's trophy room? I was like, yo, that is looking pretty nice. Where he did the stream from, but we're gonna bring in Coach Ty. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I thought Coach Ty didn't like us. Coach Ty has some sound issue, but let me try coming out and coming back in.
No worries. My internet's a little bit right now.
Yeah, I know he's having problems with his internet due to the storm.
Oh, okay.
So,
but that was Coach Ty, EWG's coach, and he's gonna check his internet, maybe come back. Now, what position does Coach Ty coach?
So he's actually the coach that's really trying to do his best in promoting Prout football. He's taking over for Coach Josh Martin.
He's the new Josh Martin.
Yeah. So he's the baseball coach over there too. So hopefully we can get some of them players. He's a split end coach and the defensive back coach.
Oh, okay. So he's working over there at Prout, and he works with the baseball team. So it was probably a good idea bringing somebody from Prout in, especially to take over for Josh Martin. That's having a lovely time cutting grass down Florida. I seen a picture. I told Josh Martin, Mike Garafola said that's his dream job. So
actually, he's coaching football down there. I spoke to him.
Is he?
A couple of days ago. Yep, he's coaching down at Cocoa Beach School, and he's doing what he loves. He's able to coach some football. I just wrote a letter of recommendation, and I'm excited. Excited for him. And I know he loves football. He's got a great passion for it. So they got themselves a good coach.
Westerly dropped the ball not hiring him, but we're gonna bring in Coach Ty and see how he's promoting Prout football. Coach Ty, let's go. He said, "Nuh-uh, we're not talking about that."
He said, "Proud, no." He's dealing with a tough gig, because if football's not there. So it's baseball. So he's doing the best.
No, yeah, definitely. Coach Ty, welcome. How you doing?
What's going on, guys? You got me?
Yeah, I got you now, man. So you're the baseball
Oh,
guy.
man.
Pro. You're trying to promote pro football. That's a tough job. How you doing?
Yeah, obviously a tough job. We just moved here, my family and I. So, just trying to get into the culture of Rhode Island, and it's been fun. I started off with the baseball gig, so trying to get some of those kids to come over. Coach Fortin's, he's got a tough road ahead of him. We got to build that culture up. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you definitely got the good coach for it. You've got the good AD for it at pro. Dwayne's a big football guy, so I'm surprised that they haven't been able to bring more kids into pro to play football.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's my background is definitely Catholic school, small school football, and grew up in New Hampshire, and that's what we did. Like football was everything. This school is a little bit different. Coach LaBarbera really built something nice with the baseball team. So being able to step into that and have a culture already existing there kind of helped out big time. So we just got to start trying to build that as far as football goes. So
your basketball team's going well.
Yeah. Basketball is good. There's good athletics. It's just, now we got a new gym. We got a new workout area. So Dwayne's definitely putting some, stuff out there to improve everything. So if we can keep that going, that'd be great.
I mean, that's what he does best, I guess. That's why Pro brought him in. So, hopefully you can make that a football program. Definitely shout out to Mr. Miranda. We want to see that that Black Knight himself, decked out in night equipment week 1. There you go. There's a message for you. I think the word when that's Coach B-Ball said that we want to see Cliff the Black Knight himself decked out in night equipment week 1. Good luck this season. See, everybody heard you were sending shots. It went around Division 1 fast.
Oh, that's so bad.
We got our first proud proofs of proud football going through the Nike program. So hopefully that gets some kids excited about it,
Yeah, so definitely if kids want to go to private school, they could definitely reach out to Pro. I'm sure the athletic director, Dwayne Miranda, and the coach over there at EWG and Coach Ty and the whole staff, they need some football players. So there's other private schools in the state. It ain't just Hendricken, as people would say. But Coach Ty, man, I wish you. What position are you? You're coaching on the staff now, right? On the football staff.
Yeah, Coach Warren's got me doing DBs and split ends. So, trying to help out wherever I can. I wish we had more players that we were bringing over, but whatever he needs, I'm there.
If you build it, they will come.
Exactly. He's been very supportive of the whole program, so you can't deny that, and appreciate everything he's doing.
Oh yeah, Cliff Fulton. He's definitely been trying to get kids. He tried. A lot of people have been trying. But maybe it's just not meant to be. But you just keep plugging, and at least you got a few kids playing. They had a real good. Who was the kid from Pro a couple years ago? Coach, like 2 years ago, the running back. Was that Ranka?
No,
was he a Pro kid?
Ranker was a Prout kid, and then he transferred to EWG. But the player that you're thinking about was Zachary Bowe. He really represented Prout very well. He was athlete of the month. He was in the papers. He was a beast. He ran hard. He represented very well.
It's too bad. Prout got that nice field. That would be nice. EWG pro football. And let me tell you, like, I was the first to say when Dwayne was going to Prout, I was like, yo, Prout's going to have a football team within 3-4 years. And people were like, no, you're out of your mind. And I was like, no, they're going to have a football team in 3-4 years. And people were like, dude, what I tell you? But I wish Prout the best, man. I hope Prout can figure a way to get kids into school so they can at least
It's
put.
tough. It's tough. And like I said before, they don't have the football field there. So it's not like they go down to the field, a nice field, and there's baseball, there's track, there's all these other things. They have to come to EWG and, it's a ride, and some kids, like it, some kids don't. But, if you like football, you like football. And, we're just continuing to promote it and see what happens.
Because you definitely had some decent Prout players over the years.
Well, last year we had Matt Perry. He made all division, and he really stepped up and took on a bigger responsibility. Ranker did come from Prout and then just transferred to EWG. The year before that, we had Zachary Bowe. And this year we got some good players. Don't get me wrong. We got Mark Benedict, who's really coming into his own and becoming a better player. We got Noah Slick, who's just finding his way. He's got a lot of things going on, but he likes football. He can hit. We just got to figure out, where we can put him. And then there's some young kids that are coming out. They got the quarterback, Harris Crump, who's really competing and doing very well. We got Lucas Yackley, who's also a freshman. I think I hacked his whole last name. But he's another kid that's very aggressive. And, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these younger players, especially from Prout. When they go to school, they can really talk about football to other kids, and hopefully that translates and transitions into 3 or 4 more Prout players. Where'd he go now?
Yeah, I hope they get excited about it. Just get everybody going and get this hurricane out of the way and start get the pads on and get after it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely. This is a big opportunity for Prout to say, hey, we got a few kids. If not, we're just going to keep moving forward, though. We got a pretty good sized roster. We got some decent sized kids this year. So, I'm hoping that we'll be able to compete. We got some big boys.
I just noticed Steve Storr is watching. Shout out to Coach Steve Storr. I would definitely like to sit down and talk to Coach Steve Storr because and get the history. Guy been around football a long time, and I definitely want to show Steve Storr, give Steve Storr, his props because he's done so much in football, and guys like him, Coach Bell, we definitely got to hold up on a higher level and not forget him. So shout out Coach Storr. Hope everything's well. You need to come on the podcast and bust down that football history that we want to hit.
Absolutely.
You played when Coach Storr was coaching, right, Cliff?
I was coaching at Coventry. He was at Cranston West. We scrimmaged him. I don't know Coach Storr all that well. Him and I, we spoken a couple of times. If we see each other, we recognize one another. I remember scrimmaging him, and his team was ready to play. And one thing I know about Coach Steve Storr is his teams, they're ready. They're ready to hit. They're well coached, and it was a competitive scrimmage for us. We needed that. I think they believed they were still in D1. We were D2, and we needed a staff like that to really get us over the edge and get us to be competitive. And it really helped us that season, having the scrimmage against Cranston West.
Now, Coach Ty, let me ask you, your baseball program, any kids you want to mention that maybe stuck out to you this season? Any kids that are trying to make it to the next level in baseball that deserve a shout out?
Yeah, we definitely had some top level kids this year. Obviously tough coming into a program, first year you got seniors. They have expectations, all that. We were very lucky that we won our first playoff game. Kieran Gibson was lights out. The kids came over from Belgium. His first year playing in the States and really did a great job for us. He's got potential to go definitely top level. Michael Bogosian played shortstop for us, did a great job. He's going to play at the next level. So, we've got at least 3 or 4 kids right now that are going to play in college. So, hopefully, keep building that and keep improving. But yeah, those 2 kids definitely stood out this year. Mason Bissett, he's looking to go down to Florida, maybe pitch a little bit. So some kids that really did a great job for us. Matt Perry also, he got all division for football, but he also got it for baseball too. So he was one of our best hitters all year round. So definitely shout out.
Yeah, definitely. It's about, picking a lot of these Rhode Island kids up and, making, Rhode Island setting the foundation now for the next level. And I think colleges are starting to see that. And also, especially baseball, college has been looking at Rhode Island for a long time, but football as well. The foundation is there. We got 25 kids at UMass Stockman. Stonehill has 4. Brown has 4. So we have schools. Bridgewater has a couple of Rhode Island kids. So we got kids that are going to college. So baseball, football, soccer, lacrosse, Rhode Island coaches should definitely. You all take a bow.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna be young for baseball next year, but we're gonna be in a good spot. Be a first full year of the program for myself and Jake Guerra. So we're looking forward to it. But it's football season now. We got our summer camps behind us. I'm excited to be working with Cliff and get this football thing going.
Yeah, welcome, man. Any kids on EWG that are standing out to you right now, like that wow you?
I like Jared, man. He looks good. He's going to be one of our top DBs. We've got talent. Austin looks great. We got some big kids. We got a little speed. It's a good mixture of kids. I mean, we don't have a ton of kids, but the kids that we have, I think are going to bring, a solid package. I think we're looking good.
All right, Coach Ty. Thank you, man. Coach Ty is the baseball coach, football coach. He's in charge of promoting Trout football. Welcome aboard. And if you ever need anything, definitely reach out and follow all the platforms. But thank you, Coach.
I appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Coach Ty, he's a new addition to EWG this year. He coached pro baseball. Very nice guy, man. He seems like, maybe he's what's needed taking over for Josh Martin to promote pro football. But it's a tough job for anybody. We all know that. But, hopefully, we can get some kids in there.
Yeah, it's not easy. You gotta want, at this point, you gotta want to play football. And if you want to play football, then it's easier. If you're on the fence, it's really hard because you got to put the work in. Football is not like any other sport. You gotta put months in, and it's a commitment. So, I know he's trying hard. He's talking to his baseball kids. He's talking to everybody. So hopefully, the next couple of days, maybe we'll get a few more players. I would hope so.
Yeah, definitely. I love what's going on. I think the energy is high. You did a passing league yourself. Do you agree with Coach Edwards about, we have the most talent than we've ever had?
We have a lot of talent, a lot of untapped talent. Again, Rhode Island's small. When you're outside of the New England area, you talk about Rhode Island, they think it's Long Island, or you've got to say, it's Boston. But Rhode Island definitely, we have talent. We got Quinnipiac in the NFL. He came from Hendricken. You know, he's
With an
a Rhode Island.
8-yard sack for a loss, huh? You see that?
Yeah, see, you know, and you know, there's other guys here that deserve a look. You know, we got a lot of good schools. You know, we got Coventry High School down the street from us. He's got some dudes, man. He's got some good players. You know, we have a couple of good players. You know, down in Westerly, you know, they grow them a little bigger over there. You know, I know in Providence down at Central, you know, they always have good football players. So, you know, there's a reason why UMass Dartmouth, you know, planted their flag in Rhode Island is because, you know, Rhode Island has some good teams. You know, look at what Coach Blake did, you know, was it a couple of years back? You know, he went undefeated. He didn't have a football team. You know, his kids stepped up. They went down and they fought for the right to play football.
Remember that? They marched all the way down to Town Hall.
Yeah.
Like, and I even said that from Town Hall to Super Bowl, them kids went non-stop, man. Like, I remember that, man. There was energy in Warwick about that time.
Yeah, big time. I mean, he had players that balled out. You know, I think a couple of them even went to UMass Dartmouth. So we got these hidden gems, and there's no secret. There's no secret that we do have good players. But there's a reason why UMass Dartmouth, like I said, plants his flag in Rhode Island because
there's fluoride in the water. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, you're killing me. But no, I mean these other schools, they should come down. They should take a look. Come down on Friday Night Lights. It's exciting. You know, I remember going to. I watched Narragansett and Pilgrim, and it was the old mystique of football. It was a little foggy. The fans were going crazy. It was a great night to play football. I remember when I was at Coventry, we played North Kingston. They were the number 1 seed. We were the 4th seed. Week 1, they threw us a beating, and we ended up beating them in the last play. The fans were crazy. It was just a beautiful atmosphere. Same thing last year when we played against Pontiac. I mean, you go to an EWG game. It's the fans get into it. You go against a rivalry game like Pontiac. We both went. Both fans were just out of their minds with a lot of excitement for football. So it's there. You just can't go on Huddle and take a look or take someone's word for it. You really got to come down and see how these kids are. Because there's a lot of schools that are missing out on some good talent, but Coach Ryan McCormick's not. So he's
not, man. That man be working. Hey, I want to say again too. I said it earlier. I want to make sure everyone wishes Stanley Dunbar happy birthday. You know what I mean? That's my guy, and I just had to remind everybody it's his birthday. So I like what Coach Dunbar's doing, but happy birthday, Coach Dunbar.
I hope his players threw some water on him at least. I know my players would.
Yo, I told him the other day, I was like, yo, you're going to get a Gatorade bath on your birthday. He was like, I better not. Coach Blake said, I would have bought the Gatorade.
I would have paid the kids. I mean, I would have given them a pizza party. Let's go.
See, there we go, man.
You can't let coaches know it's a birthday. I would not let anybody know it's my birthday because
it's kind of hard with Facebook now.
Yeah, that's all right. You can try to hide it, but these coaches, they'll try to get in touch with my players to throw water on me. I'm good.
You know what? I knew it was his birthday because he posted it, so it ain't even like Facebook. He shout out to him, 31 years old. I said, you're still young.
He's a young pup, yeah.
But I think Coach Dunbar I think there's a lot of them. When I was their age, I was barely maturing. 31 years old. Like I was still, couldn't figure things out yet. And to see what Stanley Dunbar is doing, Coach Washington at that age, you remember being 31. Shout out to them because they are very, very mature. Coach Washington, a young guy, Coach Beebo, a young guy. Like these are very mature men that are leading these guys, and that's rare.
So they're doing something that you love, and I'm excited to see some of these younger coaches. I'm a little older than they are, not much, but just a little bit, and it's exciting. What I like about that younger group is you can pick up the phone and call them and have a conversation. I met Charlie. I didn't know who he was, but we knew of each other, and I met him down at the down in Newport at the football clinic. And man, we just started talking about football. The next thing you know, we're late for a class because we both have passion for it, and him and I still talk once in a while. We'll get each other on social media, but I always look forward to see how he's doing, how Blake's doing, Dunbar, Goodhart. That's what this is about, and having a good rapport and talking to one another. I mean, I talk to these coaches and I get better because I try to pick their brain, and that's what Rhode Island should be about. We're small. We're a small state. So, the camaraderie of these coaches is outstanding. It's a lot better now than it's ever been. And, I'm excited to be part of it.
This is I heard earlier today too or yesterday that Coach Beeble, what you said, how he reached out to you early in your coaching career. Coach Washington told a story that, Charlie was one of the first guys to reach out to him. So that seems like a genuine character gift that Coach B-Ball has. Young coaches come into the league, he reaches right out to them. What's good? You know what I mean? Let him know what's the ups, what's the down, So, and that shows the character of who he is as a man.
Yeah, he went through, he's been through it. He's been through the good times, the bad times, and as a new coach, you try to find your way around things. And if you have somebody who's been around that can help guide you, it makes things easier. And, I met with him. I've asked him questions. He's given me some advice. He showed me his Super Bowl ring. So that gave me some motivation.
Back to back.
Yeah. Listen, back to back, took a vacation, and, I'll be rooting for him to win it this year. But that's what it's about. And, I have the opportunity to meet a lot of coaches, and, I'm friendly with them. This is Rhode Island. I mean, there's no reason to not like somebody or not wish anybody success. I want every coach to win, except when I play against them, I want them to lose that game. I'm not going to lie. But then after that, I wish them the best. But that's what it is. And when you get us coaches together and we start talking about football, here comes the passion, here comes the competitiveness, and the next thing you know, we're talking for a couple of hours. But it's good to see, and I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for these coaches to go out there and ball out. I'll be definitely looking forward to it.
No, we definitely have a lot of good energy, man. This was a good episode tonight, man. We had some good guests. First, we had Situate Spartans Coach D and his entire coaching staff, man. That was it was pretty cool because and I like doing this with the podcast. Come on, having a good time. It was nice bringing all his guys on, and now the people get to see. They get to see other side of coaches that we really get to see.
Oh no, it's great, and and again, like I said before, when I met that staff down at the passing league, you don't know who these coaches are, and we're playing. Next thing you know, you hear a coach who's passionate, and who's loud about it, and it gets you excited because I'm the same way. And they brought so much excitement to it, and I wouldn't have known them unless we had the 7-on-7, and then I was listening to your podcast, and they're talking with amongst one another and just talking football. So he brought in a good staff. They're going to be competitive. I'm looking forward to our first game against them, and I'm looking forward for the season. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm ready for the competitiveness, and let's just kick it off and get going.
That's it. So your first game is injury fun. Who you playing? Where's it going to be?
So we're at home. It's going to be a 5:00 kickoff. We're playing against Narragansett. But, him and I already spoke because we don't have scrimmages. We don't have any joint practices. So you don't really know what you're going to have. So we're both going to treat this as a scrimmage. when we're not playing all our players throughout the whole game. My starters are going to be there the first quarter. I want to see what their backups do. I want to see what my young kids do. We're going to do some situation football. We're going to do things that we don't normally do in a game because we don't have that opportunity to do it in the scrimmage. So I wanted to make sure me and Coach Blessing is on the same page. He felt the same way because this is going to be a game to prepare for our season, and and I want to give my guys as much playing time as I can because they're still going to be competing for a starting position.
That's right, because Coach D said earlier, I tried to get it out of him, man. The whole stat, he was good. Shout out Coach D. I was like, so, who has what position? And Coach D was like, yo, it's the first day. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's earned. And you're the same type of coach, right? Your job is never.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, my roster moved about 100 times already. It'll continue to move because it's easy to win a starting job. It's hard keeping it. Just because you're the starting quarterback, starting running back, or offensive lineman doesn't mean you keep it. You still have to perform at the highest level. And if you don't, that other person behind you may step up and take your spot. So the competition is year round. It doesn't stop. And, it builds for good character. It builds for good football and competitive football. So I tell my guys, roster can change Thanksgiving Day. You just got to keep going. If you've got the starting position, okay, now try to keep it. And you're going to work hard for doing it.
So let's go. A message to pro kids: you can still time to get on EWG Pro Football Team. They really want pro football players to come out for the football team, get involved.
I want to see them come out. Last year we were in the playoffs, and proud kids were there. The student body was there. The principal was there. The AD was there. So there's excitement in the school, and I don't know what else to do to get these kids to they sign up when it's ready to practice. Oh, they change their mind, but then they'll go to the game. So I know there's some parents who are looking in the background to doing different things. Maybe getting a bus and having them come to a football game and just promote it a little bit more. But there are some good athletes at Pro, and if they want to get on the field and ball out and get some exposure, there's no better way to doing it than playing some football.
So hopefully you can get some more players out there. Coach Blake said he's got very, very good numbers this season, and I said that's odd. I've been hearing the opposite from a lot of people. So hopefully these kids will still come out and get involved in football.
Yeah, numbers are hurting everywhere. Our numbers are low. So if he's got some good numbers, that's great. I'm happy for him. Hopefully this week, next week, it's all mandatory practices. And the problem with that is because we only have 2 weeks. If they sign up next week, they're not even eligible for the injury fund game. So if they want to play, they're going to start coming out now and start practicing with us because as the season goes, week 1 comes, week 2. The next thing you know, we're looking at week 4. It goes by that fast, and they don't want to have to come to the playoff game if we make a playoff run and be in the sidelines, going, oh, I wish I went out and I played for them instead of watching us. So, my advice to anybody in Rhode Island, go out. If you want to play football, get yourself out there. I don't care what school you go to. Give yourself that opportunity and try it because there's nothing worse than when you're done with high school, you turn around and go, I wish I played. I had seniors last year who played for the first time that said, I wish I came out and I played. I had so much fun. I did not think I'd be emotional about it, but this was something that I'm grateful for the opportunity of coming out my senior year. And I hear that way too much. So if you like football, give it a shot. Give yourself that opportunity. Any coach would welcome that.
Especially if you're looking to play at the next level, because you already heard from Emerson Kilgore that said you need all 4 years. You already heard from Brown's Ivy League coach, Willie Edwards, that said, it starts in the 5th grade. So when you get to your freshman year, like you really got to be ready to grind. You heard Emerson Kilgore also say it don't get easier when you get to college, but so get out there, get involved.
You use every door. Oh, I told my own kids, and I tell my players, use every door, open up every door that you can possibly open to give yourself the best opportunity to do something. If baseball or football or whatever sport that you're doing, if that's your sport to help you get into college, to help you get money off of college, then that's what you should do. Because college is like about 30 grand a year. You multiply that by 4, you're at 120,000 a year. If you can go and play a sport, especially football, and get some money off, use that platform. I mean, think about going to college, playing college football, getting money off your tuition so it doesn't hurt you down the road, and you're getting a very well good education. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to R&R Elite Recruits. If you're looking to get recruited, give Ronnie and his team a call. Good deal they have going on right now. So definitely go check them out. And Manny's Sports Shop up in Cumberland open again, man. Definitely shout out to Emerson Kilgore 401. Oh, that's not Emerson. 401 Flex. 401 Strength and Fitness. I always do that in the 401 Flex, but 401 Strength and Fitness, Emerson's been a lot of help so far this season. So thank you, Coach Fulton. Thank you, Coach Blake. Your background was lit, man. He had mad trophies in the background.
Showing off.
Yeah, mad trophies in the background.
Good for him.
I was like, that's what's up. But shout out Coach Blake and shout out yourself, Coach Ty, and good luck to Prout. Get them kids out there. But all right, Coach, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.
I appreciate you having me. Have a good night, Mike.
All right, definitely, man. And thank you, everybody, for listening, tuning in. Definitely checking out what our Elite Recruits has going on. Ronnie and his team will definitely take care of you guys, man. Thank you, Coach D. Appreciate everything, man. Let's go tomorrow. The weather should be good. Everybody should be at practice. Be out.